بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم: حاسبوا أنفسكم قبل أن تحاسبوا وزنوها قبل أن توزن. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم said, take account of yourselves before you are held to account, and evaluate yourselves before you are going to be held to the evaluation. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ encourages us to take account of ourselves. How to do that? In trade and business, partners, companies, all have clear accounts. And based on their accounts, they calculate the profit or loss. They have the balance sheet always for every week, every month, and the annual accounts. It is good for and the basis for taxation, and at the same time for the shares and dividends for the partners. But what is meant by the Prophet ﷺ in this hadith is not financial, nothing to do with business. It is to evaluate your soul, to have self-accounting. And when Imam Sadiq ﷺ was asked, how can I take account of myself? The Prophet ﷺ said, حاسبوا أنفسكم. And now you, grandson of the Prophet ﷺ, will you please elaborate on that? He said, before you go to bed, think of every good act you offer today and every evil act you committed. Everything that is in line with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded and pleases Allah, and another list of sins or shortcomings or wrongdoings. Make a list of them again and think that and decide that from tomorrow I'm going to increase those good deeds and make them better. Next week, of course, even better, and next month. So increasing and going further to good deeds every day and every week. This is something very, very important. And when you come to those wrongdoings or sins, negative acts, you try to reduce them. Tomorrow I will do less, and next week even less. And by this, I advise you to attain the purity and purification of the soul. So this is reality, the self-accounting according to Islam. It is very, very essential for purification of the soul and evaluating your character. It is not only amongst people to have character reference or to be known as a very good person or good member of the community. No, we are talking about what helps in advancing your piety, advancing your morality, and being ready before the day of judgment, when everybody will be held accountable for their deeds. Those who were known with a book of record full of good deeds will get the rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those, if they were on the contrary, their books of records were full of sins and vices, of course they will be held accountable for. So the Prophet advises all of us to hurry up and do good deeds, being ready before being held accountable for our deeds, and that is very essential in our life. Wassalamu alaikum.